I'm Joe Mangiacotti, and this is the Joe Mangiacotti Show normally. What happened here is we're not sure what happened with our flagship station, WCRN, some kind of power downage or brownout, but it knocked all of the computers and systems offline. So, as our very capable engineers and so forth are working to get us back up and running and the signal out, uh, we're kind of in limbo. But I thought I'd jump on here because a lot of you come here to check or listen to the show, and you might be wondering why there's no signal going over the terrestrial radio station, AM 830. So as they work on that, we'll be standing by, and as soon as we're up and running, um, you'll see this pop up as the show begins, and you'll know that everything's back up and running. Obviously, there's nothing coming down the TuneIn app because there's nothing being fed out to the towers at the moment. But that's what's happening right now, and that is to answer any of those texts that are coming in and messages. Hey, I can't hear you. The station's off the air. Where are you? This is what's going on, folks. So Shane is back at HQ, and he's powering things up and getting the computers up and running again. And I wonder if this is just a foreshadowing of the blackouts and the brownouts that we're going to have to be facing as we rely less and less on fossil fuels forced on us by very liberal politicians. You don't make the switch if you don't have the reliable alternative ready, folks. There would be nothing wrong with us continuing to produce until we were ready to make more and more green energy supplies because the supply for the fossil fuels hasn't gone away. The Biden administration just stopped allowing it to come from the United States. He's begging the Saudis and other Middle Eastern countries to ramp up their production, as well as Venezuela. It makes no sense. Remember this: if the environment's your concern, why the same amount of oil, say, is going to be pumped out of the ground just in other countries, and nobody does the extraction of fossil fuels from the earth cleaner than the United States. Also, the pipelines are the safest and cleanest way to transport gas and oil. He knocked the pipelines off. He stopped the ability to drill in our country. So we are now letting other countries ramp up production where they're not as clean as we are, and then we have to tank the stuff over, which is horrible. It's 2,000 gallons an hour for a tanker to travel across the ocean. Right, all of that emissions coming out of that ship. It's absolutely, it is. It's not even lacking common sense. It's actually stupidity at this point. But we are 8 minutes after the hour, and I'll let you know. Well, what will happen is I'll pop up, and you'll hear, of course, the opening music. You'll hear the theme, and you'll be able to hear us on the 30 WCN. Apologize for this. It's something happens. What happens when Shane came in to get things ready for the Joe Mangiacotti show? Everything was down, and like so many stations today, computer runs the station for a good portion, and definitely runs it overnight for us. So apologies for the delay this morning. We should be up and running in a few minutes. Until then, stand by, and you'll know as soon as we're back on the air. I'll pop back up here. Until then, enjoy your Sunday.